Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another ABS Daily News with the hockey coach Guru called Frenchy. Today, episode number 195. What you have a Dominic coach versus the Oilers. Yes, they lose, but yes, they win. I'm going to tell you why. Then, my first video about my top 5 NHL draft mock 1.0. Finally, of course, it's Monday, so it's time for the AB Prospect Weekly Report. So don't go nowhere. Please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this video. And then finally, click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show. And let's talking about my first subject of the day. First subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens versus the Oilers. Yes, they lost, but yes, they win. What are you talking about, coach? But the Montreal Canadiens, their priority on development over result, take another step and lost against the Edmonton Oilers. What are you talking about? But first of all, guys, I want to sharing with you this Montreal Canadiens, when they practice, when the players are not to be on the roster. This time it was Kovacevic, guys. He learned with after the practice is over with his friend coaches. Look, Montreal Canadiens, they have right now 4 coaches for 1 players. This what they do, Montreal Canadiens, since the beginning of the season. So that's another reason why the Montreal Canadiens are really focusing on the development. Then the situation with Kovacevic, he make a mistake against Edmonton Oilers. Remember the 4 goal at the end of the second period, about 10 point something seconds to go. This is a learning process for the Montreal Canadiens. But what Kovacevic should do on that moment is to hold the puck. We call in hockey, eat the puck. Eat the puck. Why? Time management. He should know aware the time management. Secondly, the goaltender, Jake Allen, should screaming to him. What he did, Kovacevic, he ran the puck on his backhands. That's another big mistake. And then a turnover by the Edmonton Oilers and a goal by them to take the lead 4-3. It became the goal-winning game. But this is not my purpose of this part, because my purpose of this part, guys, is about when Edmonton left for 5-minute game misconduct. The Montreal Canadiens fall to 6-5 defensemen. Only 2 veterans, Savard and Madison. The 3 other players are rookies, Kovacevic, Coley, and Jacky. Again, they step up again the Oilers. What they accomplish, that's what they do since the beginning of the season, guys. They step up one, the challenge or the adversity they face every single game. And then I want to mention to you guys, they face to the best 2 players in NHL. Remember, Coley, what he did against McDavid. And Montreal Canadiens rookies did not look bad against the Oilers. For me, it's a learning experience. And this is priceless. That's what they need to do to learning quicker, faster, and better. And that's, I think, Montreal Canadiens do properly the right things by the way they develop their players. I will give you an example, guys. The development of the Oilers, they have a 8th overall pick a couple years ago, Philip Brober. He played between American Hockey League and the Edmonton Oilers. He played only 12 minutes against the Montreal Canadiens. He's still learning. He still figure out what it takes to play in National Hockey League. He's right now at 22 years old. The Montreal Canadiens, guys, they act differently. What they do, they want the player learning at the same time during the game. And that's what Montreal did since the beginning of the season. I will remind you, a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, the New Jersey Devils versus the New York Rangers. The Rangers, when they got Lafrenière, Capo, Krasov, and Shedil, took time to develop them. They did not want to push them hard to face to the adversity challenge, to hold them. Versus the Devils, they let play Urshire, Jack Hughes, Sharakovich, and I can go all the way with the rookies, Dawson Mercer. What happening? Look who they are today. Learn to lose more game with them, but they push them to learn quicker, faster, and better. Look what they look like. Still, the Rangers now try to figure out what happening with Kako, Lafrenière, Shetil. So Montreal Canadiens, they act more like the Devils. They go, let them play the rookies and learn on the fly, and it's always going to be a learning experience with that. At the end of the day, this for me are priceless, and I think Montreal doing the right things with Sakoski and other rookies as the defenseman. Same thing with Montembeault. So I just want to share with you my first subject today about, yes, they lose against the Oilers, but they win because of the learning process. And secondly, I want to remind you, it will happen again until the end of the season for the Montreal Canadiens. It's just normal. And I think I like the way they do the Montreal Canadiens with the rookies. That's complete, guys, my first subject of the day. My second subject, guys, of course, is the HABS prospect report weekly. It's Monday. So what we do on the Monday, guys, we give you the reviewing the week. And then the Thursday, I'm giving you my power ranking of my prospect for the Montreal Canadiens. So today, guys, we have to go with Lane Hudson. Constant again to performing. In 2 games, he has 3 assists and 3 points. Guys, unbelievable what Lane Hudson is doing right now in NCAA. Here, graphic, I learned Lane Hudson versus Torrey Crook. I know it's small. I know it's maybe difficult to understand right away. It would take me a little bit longer. But this is a way to how they do this. First of all, they compare the preview years in the past when they play maybe possibly on the CHL or USHL or on the national development like Hudson. The number beside them give you an idea what they look like. Year number 1, D1 for Hudson is a 40. Look, Tony Crook, guys, it was 19. At the bottom, this is the star probability with the number versus the second is the probability for NHL players. About Hudson, chance to become a superstar, guys, or a star is 69%, and the chance to become a good hockey player in NHL is 81%. That just give you an idea what the potential of Hudson is. Compared to Tony Crook, guys, you can see his curve is a bit lower. He never reached, guys, his star. At the best he can, he was 45, and then Hudson is already at 69. On the flip side, to see in the NHL, Crook hit at the 83 already. Lane Hudson is already there. I just want to share with you what the potential of Lane Hudson with the number he accomplished so far since the beginning of the season. Then I want to mention to you, the next one is another player, the NCAA, Sean Farrell, played 2 games. He's getting hot, Farrell, to be honest with you. 5 points again this week, 3 goals, 2 assists. Joshua Roy, unbelievable, great week again for him. 7 points, 3 goals, 4 assists in 3 games. Cedric Guédon continues to perform in 3 games. He have 3.2 goals, 1 assist. Logan Mayo, he still continues, of course, in 4 games, 3.2 goals, 1 assist. Then we have Vincent Rover, have 3 points in 2 games only, 1 goal, 2 assists. They are the best prospect NHL for the Montreal Canadiens last week. Bad news for Philippe Mézard is out right now. He did not play the last 2 games. This guy is pretty much what the best prospect did last week. That's complete my second subject of the day. Let's move on for my last one. So my last subject of the day, guys, I start a new series for the next couple of days for you guys. It's called the NHL Draft 23 Mark 1.0. If I put all the players prospect I have for 1 to 32, it would take too long. So what I'm going to do every day this week, I'm going to give you 5 players. Today is for pick number 1 to pick number 5. First of all, my first player is Connor Bedard. He played in the WHL. He played with the Regional Pats, born July 15, 2005. 5'10", 185, shoot on the right, is a center. Right now, guys, in 28 games, he has 27 goals, 37 assists, 64 points since the beginning of the season. Unbelievable performance of Connor Bedard. Bedard is a true number 1 pick who is the type of the prospect you hope change the trajectory of your franchise if he hits. He has tremendous individual skill and creativity while also been an elite passer, a good scorer who can make highly skilled play at the NHL pace. The only thing I would say to you, because he's only 5'10", I'm not sure what he would look like the next 2 years. Possibly he can become a winger in NHL. I'll not be surprised. But again, you talk about a super elite player. That's what Connor Bedard we predict for him. My number 2, guys, I go with Adam Fantilli, center. He's a big guy, 6'4", 195, shoot on the left, play right now in the powerhouse of Michigan and NCAA. Born October 12, 2004, so he's an older player compared to Bedard. In 16 game, guys, he has 26 points. He was top best 3 scorer in the NCAA this season. 11 goals, 15 assists, 26 points. Fentany is a player who looked like a pro, and it's easy to imagine him becoming a great NHL player. He got a huge frame, skate well, and compete hard. He wins a lot of battles, and he's not shy to use his big frame to lay out the opening. He has legit high-end skill, and he can make incredibly skilled play at full speed. He has the potential to be a star number 1 center in NHL. This is what happening with Adam Fentany. So again, another great center in the NHL draft 2023. Let's move on to my number 3. I have to go with Russia, Matvei Michkov. Look, he has only 5'10", 172, shoot on the left, play as a right winger with the KHL. But most of his time this year, he played with VHL because he missed the beginning of the season with he was out for a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks. Born December 9, 2004, another little bit older players. 8 games on the VHL. He has 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points. And the KHL at that moment, he has only 3 games with 0 points. Look, his skill in hockey sense both get very high grades. He's one of the most creative and intelligent offensive players. He combined his incredible skill with a true elite goal scoring instinct and shot. He can make play at a high level, but Michkov is a finisher who will score a lot of goals on a pro. But what kind of player he can be, guys? I would say his skill, his skate is powerful. It could be a little bit a Kaprizov Ovechkin. I think he can score like Ovechkin. Not say he's going to beat Wayne Gretzky record, but he's a guy who can score in many ways like Kaprizov. More flashy like Kaprizov versus Ovechkin. The only problem is already signed in KHL until 2025, 2026, and that's the reason I dropped him number 3. Then my number 4, guys, I have to go with the Sweden players, Leo Carlson, playing in ACHL professional league right now with Örebro. Born in December 26, 2004, center, 6'3", 198, shoot on the left, and 23 games so far. I have 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points. His skill, hockey sense, and compete level are all excellent. He's able to create a ton of offense and at the high percentage area with game-breaking skill element to boot. He looked like a pro, being a first-year draft eligible with a big, sturdy frame and the ability to win a lot of pucks battle versus man. That's what is Leo Carlson. He played some time as a winger, but I love his speed. I love he's really shifty. He have an amazing, great hands. Finally, my top 5 is going to be at number 5, Dalibor Devosky. Listen, it's really him. It could be between 5 to 9, but I go with him a little bit more because right now he's doing well in 20 games in the SHL, play with AIK. He has 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points, 6'1", 201 pounds, a shoot on the left. He another center, play winger sometimes. Again, another player born in Slovakia. He is a player with a ton of offensive ability and is deadly winning the offensive zone due to a great combination of skill, vision, and a shot that is legit threat for range. His biggest issue is foot speed, and his game lack the pace of higher level and to make a 10 versus man. And I remind you, this guy, during the last World Junior Championship last August, he was only so-so. He need to step up a little bit more. I think he need to improve his skating for sure. His physicality of the game is another area he need to get better. Complete, guys. All messages I have for you on this episode. Here we go, guys. This complete my episode. Hopefully you enjoy it. So we talk about the Montreal Canadiens development, the prospect report weekly, and finally my first top 5 NHL draft Mark 1.0. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to our Canadian show, leave me a comment, and then finally, I want to remind you, of course, you have greatness inside of you, and I wish you not only an amazing great day, but an amazing great weeks, everybody.